Hello and welcome back to my galley. I am Sandy. I am a chef aboard a luxury catamaran named Le Rêve, sailing in the Virgin Islands and the Leeward Islands of St. Martin and St. Bart's, the Bahamas and New England in the summers. Today we are making a trip to India, and we are going to be starting by making a saffron basmati rice. Then we will be doing coriander chutney, and we will finally finish that up with a chicken tikka masala, and we'll put it all together and we'll have a nice little Indian feast. I had the opportunity to travel to India back in 2001, and even before that I had always loved Indian food. But now I love to make it and share it with my guests aboard my yacht. So let's start with the rice. Super easy. I recently got a rice cooker and I absolutely love it for all types of rices. So right now I'm making the basmati rice. Basmati has a beautiful aroma, and there's so many rices out there. So if you happen to be using primarily long grain rice or whatever, try basmati, try jasmine, try forbidden rice. It's purple, it's amazing, it's gorgeous. So here we're just adding our rice. I'm gonna put in a little bit of butter, and then we will put in a pinch of this beautiful saffron. The saffron is expensive, but you use it sparingly and you can make it go a long way. When I put this in, it will impart a little bit of a flavor and an absolutely gorgeous color to our rice. So you can see how pretty that is. This is actually part of a flower. It's the pistil of a flower. I'm doing a pinch of salt. This is sal de fleur. Thanks to our sponsor for today for providing us with this gorgeous salt. All right, so once I have that in my rice cooker, those of you who know that you fill it up just to the line, no measuring required. I'm going to put it down so it's flat and I make sure I get the right amount of liquid. But this makes it so easy to do rice. And there we go, right up to the proper mark. I'll just put this in the rice cooker, turn it on, and then we will move on to our chutney. All right, here we go. All I have to do is press that little button and that will be ready in just a moment. So we're moving on to our chutney. We're doing a coriander and parsley chutney today. So for that, I have a little bit of parsley, and we'll just put it right into the work bowl of our food processor. Doesn't get much easier than that. I have a bit of cilantro or coriander. Actually, coriander is a little bit different. So this is cilantro, to make that clear. Just a little bit of lemon juice. That's about a tablespoon of lemon juice. I'm going to use a pinch of jalapenos, just however spicy you like it to be. I kind of like things on the spicier side, so I'm going to add a little bit more. When I chef on my yacht, I usually have to turn it down a little bit because some guests don't like things real spicy. So I do. I'm happy to do that for their preferences. But when I make it for myself, I kick it up a little bit. And just a little bit of sugar to balance out some of those other items. Finally, a little bit of Greek yogurt into the work bowl. And we'll turn it on. I have a little water here set aside. If I need it, I'll add it. I probably will need a little bit. So we'll just get this going. Okay, let's check it out. It looks pretty good, but oh yes, we definitely need some water, so. All right, add a little bit of that and we'll just process, and then we'll be right back with the finished product and we'll move on to our chicken tikka masala. Hi everybody, so we are on to our chicken tikka masala at this point. So the first thing we're going to do is marinate our chicken. And I have my chicken all cut up. These are about 1.5 inch cubes. So I'm just going to put this into a bowl. I'm going to add a little bit of Greek yogurt. And when you marinate things in Greek yogurt, it really does, it has a great tenderizing effect. So that's really cool. And so we'll put this in. Now the next ingredient is my chicken tikka masala spice mix. So I've made this ahead of time, but I want to tell you what's in it. And for details and exact amounts and everything, please visit my website, yachtchefsandy.com, and the recipe is posted there. All right, so we stirred in that yogurt. Now I'm just going to grab this spice mix. So we have coriander, cumin, nutmeg, cinnamon, ginger, cardamom. So there's a lot of stuff going on, okay? So more than I can remember off the top of my head, to tell you the truth. And in India, every family does it a little differently. Everybody has their own secret recipe, right? So mine's not really a secret, but this is the way I do it. I hope you enjoy it. So the first thing we'll do is just get that going together. I like mine a little spicy, so I'm going to be adding more of that spice mix. And then after we do this, we will get some onions in the pan and get those caramelizing. Then we will add our chicken and let that start to cook. Then we'll add our tomato paste, our diced tomatoes, a little sugar for balance, and we'll just let that cook down. All right, we are ready to get our chicken tikka masala on the fire. So I have a pan up to temp with a little bit of ghee, and the first thing we're going to do is add our onion and just get that cooking. I have about a half of a white onion here, and it's sliced kind of thin in just a half moon. All right, so we're gonna add the onion, let that start to cook. Then immediately after, we're going to put in a little bit of tomato paste, okay? And we're going to cook this until it starts to brown a little bit. Everything gets incorporated together. So I'll give that a little bit of a stir. Our rice is still going on back there, so it's looking great. Let me turn my heat down just a touch. So once I get this all incorporated, I'll add in the remainder of my spices. I put half the spice mix in the chicken, and then half is going right into this pot. All right, so we'll be ready with that in a second. And then we'll just continue to cook this until it gets nice and brown. Oh, it smells great. I like to make this spice mix up ahead of time, and I make it in batches so that it's always ready for me. And it's just nice just because there are a lot of components to it, so it takes a while to get it together. But it really does smell wonderful. And it's looking, those onions are cooking up perfectly. Okay, so now that that's all up to temp and it's really starting to get nice and fragrant, we'll put in the chicken. And we'll remember not to crowd the pan, so this will just kind of go in a little bit at a time. All right, so that pan will keep its heat and just cook that chicken and not let it start to stew. When it starts to stew, a lot of the moisture comes out of the protein, and that's not what we want. All right, looking good. So once we get the chicken in here, we'll give it a chance to start cooking a little bit, and then we will add our our crushed tomatoes, a little bit of heavy cream, and a touch of sugar for balance. We can taste the dish once this chicken is cooked and just see if we want to add sugar. Sometimes it benefits from just a little bit of sugar for balance, so we'll check it out as we go. All right, oh, it smells really good. Wish you all could smell it. All right, so a couple more stirs for the chicken, and then we'll be on to the next thing. Experience the wonder of a holiday at sea in the Virgin Islands or New England on your very own private yacht. You'll experience a fantasy-filled week of white sand beaches, amazing sunsets, gourmet meals, and the best time you can possibly imagine. Make memories with your friends and family that you will never forget. Email us at info@sailthedream.com or visit www.sailthedream.com for more details. Have you ever said, "I'll take that dream vacation someday"? Well, at Cool Cat Charters, someday is now. We offer all-inclusive private yacht charters at every price point, for the more budget-minded traveler up to a full luxury experience. Come celebrate your special occasion or just schedule a family getaway in the gorgeous Caribbean islands. Sail the beautiful islands of the Caribbean and see why so many people just can't get enough. Visit coolcatcharters.com to see a listing of our featured yachts or contact us to learn more about the many other sailing and motor yachts available for charter in the islands. Okay, we are here. Our chicken is cooked through. We are ready to plate up our beautiful Indian meal. We do have a couple of finishing steps though to do on our tikka masala. So first we're going to add in about 14 ounces of crushed tomatoes and just distribute that. I might add a little bit less. You know, this is just, based on your taste. Then we have a little bit of heavy cream here. Again, we're gonna add that. This is about half a cup. Okay, that's looking really good. Then we'll add in a little bit of cilantro. I like to keep some cilantro aside to garnish on the top just because it's so pretty, that red against the green, the complementary colors on the color wheel, and they just really make it beautiful. Now with this one, it's important to give it a little taste. So have your tasting spoon, give it a little taste. It tastes great. I haven't added any sugar. In this dish, I like a little bit of sugar to balance it out. So let's go ahead I know that might look like a lot, but trust me, with all the strong spices, it's really not too much. The other thing to me that really gives this dish a lot of character is a little bit of finishing salt at the end. And to me, it really changes the flavor profile considerably. So, all right, I have a second clean tasting spoon, so I'm gonna give that another taste. Oh my gosh. It's crazy how the difference that made. Just a little tiny bit of finishing salt. That's ready. Our rice finished. Absolutely beautiful with the saffron. So I'm going to take my plate and move these things so everybody can see what we're doing here. And I'm going to grab a ramekin. When I do rice, I really like to put it in a ramekin and mold it a little bit. And with this one is beautiful because you can see the threads of that saffron. So that's gonna be really nice to see. So we'll just put our rice in, press it down a little bit so that when you turn it out, it doesn't fall apart, okay? And if it falls apart, it's not the end of the world. This rice is so perfect in the rice cooker. I have to say it again, if you don't have a rice cooker, do yourself a favor, you'll get one. All right, so we're just gonna go right on the side. Absolutely gorgeous. All right, we will give our chicken a stir. It's ready to come off. Before I do that, I'm just going to turn off the heat first, and then I'm going to bring our beautiful coriander chutney that we made. I'm just gonna put it right on the plate, and then I'm going to fill in this space with our amazing tikka masala. Gently. There we go. I have to clean that plate up a little bit, but that's okay. It's really important when you're serving guests or even just yourself, clean the edge of the plate if you splash. It just makes such a difference. How beautiful is that? Then we'll just finish it with a little splash of cilantro. Oh my goodness. All right, it doesn't get any better than that. Let's go to India together. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll just put it right there in front. I'm Chef Sandy. You can find me at chefsandy.com, and from there you can follow me. There are links to follow me on all the socials. You can get some recipes. We can chat about what you'd like to see me cook next. And I hope to see you aboard Yacht Le Rêve sometime in the Caribbean. Thanks so much for watching.